Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. In the last episode, we arrived at Redcliffe Village, and we found that things were very dire here. The dead have been rising up to attack the villagers, and Bantegan asked for our help, which we will provide. Now, I'm thinking we head straight into the village. We've got a lot of things that we need to do before the sun goes down. Now then, where to first?
What is that smell?
Oh.
Fish? And something else. Oh, more fish.
Yeah, we know that Redcliffe sells an awful lot of fish.
You know, we don't have the men we need. And their numbers just keep growing each night.
Well, sure, they take the dead and they, you know...
I don't want to think about that.
I guess this might be the last night after all. The king isn't coming. Nobody is.
So what can we do? Leave? Try to get out of the village?
And abandon everyone? No, we fight.
We've no other choice.
Good man. Also, I think that is Gideon Emery, but I may be mistaken.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle.
Well, I don't know if I'm a miracle, but I have arrived.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
I'm not here to chat. What can I do to help? And why would you think that? Well, they do. I don't think Darkspawn care who kills them. I don't think Darkspawn care who kills them.
If you hadn't noticed, there aren't Darkspawn around these parts. Not yet, anyway. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
You can call me Artin. You seem rather calm considering. Persuade. Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together. That sounds likely. Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
What can I do to help? How's morale? I have some questions. How is morale?
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. I don't think we're in any shape to fight. We'll do our best, of course, but, well, I have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
I have some questions.
Oh? Ask away.
Where can I get supplies? Why have you been stationed here? Tell me about what's happened here. I want to discuss something else. Carry on then. Tell me about what's happened here.
Don't rightly know. We heard the Owl was sick and getting worse, but after a while we heard nothing at all. A few folks went up to the castle to see what was going on. They couldn't get in. Nobody was there, not a soul. And then those horrid creatures attacked the village. They were everywhere. People dying. It was awful. Good thing Bantegan was here.
Do you know anything about the All Eamon's illness? You didn't try running away. I think it's very good that they didn't run away. Do you know anything about Arl Eamon's illness?
No. I know the Arlessa sent the knights out for a cure. You can ask Sir Perth about it. He was one of them.
Where can I get supplies?
If you want weapons and such, you'd go to the blacksmith, but there isn't much left there.
But there's nowhere to actually buy or sell things. Yeah, they're kind of in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, if you hadn't noticed. I want to discuss something else.
All right.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
I'll see what I can do. Why does Owen refuse to talk to you? Nobody else can do these repairs? Is there anything else you need? Why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
And nobody else can do these repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Fair point. Is there anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Qwinn in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about Qwinn.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Carry on then.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Okie doke. So, first things first, we're going to start off with the blacksmith, because it's going to take a while to do those repairs, and I would like to get them started as soon as we possibly can.
As you say.
And thank you for the stuff. Lovely. Okay, excuse me. Okie doke. Owen?
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen, the blacksmith? I need to speak with you. Who are you? Open this door or I will break it down. I haven't taken anything at all. You're mistaken. Sorry, I'll leave you be. Is this Owen, the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
Persuade, I'd rather not speak through a door. Can I come in? I need to talk about repairs for the militia. I need some smithing done. Intimidate, never mind who I am. Open the door or I break it down. Nothing, forget I was here. I'd prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Don't worry, mate, I won't.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
Call me Artin. My name is Artin, a Grey Warden helping Bantegan. I do mind, actually. I don't mind giving this guy my name, and I think also explaining why we're here might help. My name is Artin, a Grey Warden helping Bantegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Funny, you didn't sound like a dwarf through the door. Can't say I expected that. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Why have you locked yourself in the smithy? Phew, smells like a brewery in here. The militia needs your help desperately. What do you know about what's going on? So the smithy is closed, I should go. The militia needs your help desperately.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village or anyone.
So you intend to drink yourself to death? I will rescue your daughter. He can't send anyone, that's insane. Or you could work to help save her, sounds fair enough. I think giving this guy the option of helping to save his own daughter, I think that could be good motivation. Or you could work to help save her.
I'm an old man. Everyone knows we aren't making it through the night. Or are you going to save us?
I intend to try. Yes, I am. I think you can save yourselves. Not likely. I think you can save yourselves.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what. If you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
I'll do my best, and what if she's dead? Forget it, I've got better things to do. Artin does intend on going into the castle to look for Eamon, so it's not that much bother to look for Velena while we're there. I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you I'll find her. What's stopping me from lying to you? But no one can get into the castle right now. I'm not promising anything. He is asking, bring her back to me if you can. If he was saying, I want you to promise you'll bring her back to me alive, she couldn't promise that. But if we can bring her back, we will. I promise you, I'll find her.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least. Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
There we go. Okay, so we've got him working. Have this crate.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it.
Don't mind if I do.
I don't think there's anything you'll need in there. But it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
Couldn't the militia use this? It's locked. Never mind. Yeah, the militia could probably use this. Couldn't the militia use this?
Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
Okay. So it's stuff the militia couldn't use. Very nice. Thank you. Okie doke. We've sorted out the blacksmith problem. Now then, I'm thinking we deal with the bottom half of the village before going up to the top. What's round this way?
You are a handsome canine specimen, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, but look at the tiny, stubby tail. Would you like a nicer tail? I could give you a long, swishy tail if you like. Just a wave of a wand and poof, tail. You'll adore it, I promise. Or maybe you would like to be a different color. We could spice up that drab brown with some red or blue, perhaps even violet.
Qwinn?
More dogs need to be pretty too, don't they? Yes, you want to be pretty, pretty dog. That's right, you just love attention, don't you? And you want
Qwinn?
A big swishy tail and hey, he made off with my staff. Perhaps I underestimated his intelligence.
Yes, and not only is he a pretty boy, he is a smart boy too. Yes, he is. And thank you for the death root. Ooh. Again, a lovely view. I am very fond of Redcliffe. Also, I love the kind of waterfall thing going on here. Okay, let's see. This is Caitlyn's. So, we never actually promised Caitlyn that we would find her younger brother Bevan. Artin just kind of told her to be strong. We will look for Bevan, but Artin really didn't particularly want to promise her that she'd look for Bevan, because if Caitlyn was right and Bevin has run into the woods, then we can't exactly go looking for him there. We need to be in the village helping them prepare. But we can search her home. Okay, we have a book. The Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 1, on his early rise. There we go. Prior to the crowning of King Calenhad, Ferelden was little more than a collection of independent Arlings and Terniers that warred on each other constantly over petty matters. Calenhad was born in 510 Exalted as the third son of a high-ever merchant on hard times. He was eventually sent to a distant cousin, a poor young knight named Sir Fornan, who made Calenhad his squire and dog handler. As the tale goes, Sir Fornan and his squire became caught up in one of the wars of unity at the time. Al-Meriden was a strong but generally disliked man who was making a bid for kingship. Fornan's own lord, a young fool of an Arl named Tenedor, no older than Calenhad, was besieged by Meriden's forces at his castle, today known as West Hill. When Meriden called Tenedor out to parley, the young Arl asked for a volunteer from among the squires, someone who could masquerade as Tenedor in the parley party. Calenhad kneeled before Tenedor and asked for the honour. Much to Tenedor and Sir Fornan's dismay, Calenhad immediately identified himself to Al-Meriden. When asked by the Arl why he was here, Calenhad explained that he had been asked to take the place of his lord. The Arl said that he had planned to kill Tenedor. Was Calenhad willing to die in his lord's place as well? Calenhad impressed Meriden and his allies by saying that he was. Meriden offered Calenhad a place as his own squire, but Calenhad refused, stating that if Meriden had planned on betraying the right of parley, he was no man of honour. Meriden's allies laughed at that, and Meriden himself conceded that Calenhad had a point. He allowed Calenhad to return to the castle safely and launched his final assault. During the assault, both Tenedor and Fornan were killed, but Calenhad found himself in one-on-one combat with Al-Meriden. In front of all of Meriden's allies, Calenhad defeated the Arl and commanded he call off his armies. The Arl asked Calenhad who he professed to serve now if both his knight and his lord were dead, to which Calenhad replied that he would do as his honour bade him to, for he had nothing else. "You are not a man known for your honour," Calenhad said, "but I believe you wish to be. You allowed me to live once, and so now I do the same for you. Perhaps if more of our people lived by honour, we would learn to trust each other long enough to live together." And with that, Calenhad withdrew his sword. "I am humbled by your words," Al-Meriden told Calenhad, dropping to one knee. To his allies he shouted that he now knew he would never be king, but he knew who should be. With that, Meriden pledged allegiance to Calenhad, whom he named Tern and ruler of Tenedor's lands. From The Legend of Calenhad by Brother Haren, Chantry Scribe, 810 Blessed.
Yes.
Oh, where are we? That leads to the main floor, okay. Another bookshelf. Cautionary tales for the adventurous. It was then that he realised he wasn't alone. The abandoned camp in front of him was unbelievably welcoming, like a mirage. The fire felt like a warm hand grabbing his heart. It reminded him of a previous life, so long ago when he was happy. Running on the sunflower fields with his boy, the sun on his face, lying next to the fireplace with his beautiful wife in his arms. He felt a sharp pain in his heart. His thoughts shifted to that fateful day when everything changed. Blood was everywhere. He held the body of his dead wife in his arms. Around him, the ashes of his burned house fell like snow. The stench was terrible. It smelled like dark spawn. He grabbed his axe, touched the icy cold hands of his boy, and left. He would kill them. He would kill them all. The pain in his heart was unbearable. He opened his eyes and saw the second, most terrifying thing he would see in his life. A shadowy wraith leaning over him, leeching his life away. Around him, the camp was gone, replaced by something familiar, almost peaceful. Bones, death, and despair. He wondered if all his life had been an illusion, if he'd ever had a family. For a brief moment, he felt relief. You can't lose something you've never had. But being this close to death brought clarity. He knew it was real. Everything else was the illusion. You could see a smile on his torn face. He had been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. He lifted his weak arms, grasped the demon's face, and kissed it. It felt like kissing a cloud made of sand and dust. Suddenly, all sorrow left him, and with it, the last bit of life he had. Before his limp body hit the ground, it was all over. He was finally free. From Cautionary Tales for the Adventurous by Brother Ramos of Guilherme. Okay, good to know. From Cautionary Tales for the Adventurous by Brother Ramos of Guilherme, 794 Storm. Okie doke. And a chest that is locked. That we can't pick. Okay, very interesting. Caitlin seemed to be right. The boy doesn't seem to be here, but we do have this room back here. When you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a short, surprised intake of breath, and then silence. Hello? Is someone in there? Whatever's inside the dresser, come out now. Open the dresser. Whatever's inside the dresser, come out now.
Go away. This isn't your home.
Young man, come out this instant.
Yes, ma'am.
Go win.
All right. I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the chantry if you really want.
First, tell me what you were doing in there. Your sister is looking for you, you know. What's your name? Is this your house? I'm not going to hurt you. Go get lost. I think it would be wise to confirm that this is Bevan. We don't want to just be like, oh, we found him. We go back to Caitlin. Where's my brother? Is it not that kid? No. What's your name?
It's Bevan. My sister is Caitlin. She's probably at the chantry looking for me.
Are you avoiding her? Is this your house? So what were you doing in there? All right, go on, run off. So what were you doing in there?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Persuade. Are you sure? Maybe I could help you. Intimidate. Tell me. I don't like secrets. Go back to your sister then. She's worried sick. All right, go, run off. Are you sure? Maybe I could help you.
You could. All right, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was grandfather's. And grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took mother.
Where is this sword now? You don't think you're a bit young to fight? You had the right idea. You are indeed very brave. What a foolish boy. Don't make me laugh. No, I think Artin can see he wants to be brave. He's trying, but he's still young. Where is this sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
Perhaps I could help you and your sister in return. Persuade, but I could use that sword to help the village. Intimidate, hand it over now. Don't worry about it. Go back to your sister. Fine, go, run off. If his grandfather was a great dragon slayer, then that probably is a very powerful sword, and we could use that to defend the village. But I could use that sword to help the village.
I guess you're right. I should help defend the village, shouldn't I? Father would have if he were here. Oh, all right. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the chantry. Good luck.
Okay, kid. So we must go and thank Caitlin for the
As you
sword.
say.
We'll go and have a look at it. The green blade. Ooh, that is a very nice sword. And it is a lot better than what I have. So yeah, I think I'm gonna grab that for the time being. It is their sword. It's a family heirloom, so I don't think Artin's going to keep this sword forever. Just for a little while. Now then. That appears to be Qwynn's home. That's back to the village. So I'm thinking we'll look over here first. This appears to be some general goods store of some kind. We have a note. A tattered shopping list. Sugar, wheat, flour. Wheat flour, excuse me, fillet knife, ginger for Grandpa's flatulence, ink, cod liver oil, dried mushrooms, rouge or lesion. Also remember to ask if more beeswax will be available soon. A note on crumpled paper. We also have these barrels. There is lamp oil in these barrels. Ooh. And it's just sitting around collecting dust. We can use that. Some ice arrows, lovely. Now then, I noticed there was a barrel on the shoreline. And a signpost, Lake Callanhad, no swimming. Again, I think this view is so beautiful.
It will be done.
Ooh. Nice, Alistair. Lake Callanhad. The waters of Lake Callanhad are steeped in legends. The Adar people say that it was once the site of Belenas, the mountain which stood at the centre of the world, from which Qwinn the mountain father surveyed the earth and sky. But it was destroyed in the battle between Qwinn and the serpent Nathramar, leaving only a vast crater behind. When the Lady of the Skies saw that Belenas was gone, she wept, and her tears filled the crater, making the lake. The Tevinters believed that the waters of Lake Callanhad were blessed by Razakale, god of mysteries, and that those who drank from them were granted special insights. This is why they built the great tower on an island in the middle of the lake, hoping that the powers of the lake would aid their magical research. But most of us know the legend of Lake Callanhad, which gives the place its name. It is said that Callanhad Therin spent a year and a day in the Tower of the Magi. Each day he drew a single cup full of water from the lake and carried it to the Formari at the top of the tower. By magic, each cup of water was forged into a single ring for the mail armour the circle gave to Callanhad. In that armour, made from the lifeblood of the land itself, no blade could strike him, no arrow pierce him, so long as he stood on Ferelden soil. From Theda Myths and Legends by Sister Patrine, Chantry Scholar. Very interesting. And Alistair, I'm thinking, yeah, 2 Constitution, 1 Strength. I prefer him to be tanky. And we definitely want to get you some combat tactics. Overpower. Overpower could be good. There is also Cleanse Area. I think I'd rather get him another warrior activated ability rather than going into Templar. I'll grab it later, but for right now, I think Overpower is more important. Okay. Yoink, thank you. And we have some death root over here. Then all we have to do is recruit Qwinn. And we should be good for the lower level of Redcliffe. Yeah, we're seeing some more militia kind of gathering. No, nothing's over there. I'm being paranoid. Okay, so before we go and recruit Qwinn, excuse me, I am just about out of time, and good thing too, I'm stumbling over everything now. So, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.